Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready?
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to Drew and Stu, the podcast. It's the Divisional Round. We just had to restart because I had my mic setting wrong, and Cam was like, "Hey, Drew."
Drew, it's pretty good that I picked that stuff up. Like a lot of guys I do shows with, they're like, it's almost like I've been doing this stuff for like 25 years. I'm like, you sound like you just don't sound crisp. But now you sound crystal clear. Like I'm listening to a beautiful vinyl album that hasn't been scratched.
Is
First
it like
off,
ASMR?
Oh yeah, there it is, Drew. There it is. Before you sound like I was like, you sound like you got food in your mouth. Congratulations on the teaser. Amazing.
Yes, whoever tell us on the teaser, it hit 6 for 6, and it was easy. I don't think we sweat any of those sides. Like, which side did we sweat, really?
Why do we bet games?
Pittsburgh plus 15.5, we sweat. They covered that, but they weren't covering at one point. But yeah, we didn't sweat it. And people in the comments, why would you choose Eagles through 0? That's a bad number.
Don't talk to us through 0. You want to take Green Bay and have no winners? Here's the deal. I deal with people in their models and this and that, whatever. Here's the tip. Do it your way. And I'm going to be honest with you. Drew, what do me and Drew do? We watch games. We're humans. Mm-hmm. I make little notes. Higbee's back. Take Higbee or Hawkinson. Whatever you do, Drew, your props have been killer. I don't care. I understand how people do this. A lot of people bet that way, and it's fine. Do whatever works for you. But I like the human approach of you take information that is in a database, you take the human touch, and then you find a middle with scenario. Like, perfect example. Let's talk. And this is very important, guys. I told Drew before kickoff, and I already made these bets, and I should have just cashed out on all of them. I go, that Houston line has not moved off of 2.5 or 3. Yep. Everybody's pounding the Chargers. I go, Houston's the play, and I bet the Chargers. Like an absolute idiot, Drew. I've been doing this shit for like decades. And that
we saw the signs.
That's the thing, man. You got to listen to that little
That's why I
voice
switched
on
my
your
gold
shoulder.
to Buffalo, and thankfully you got me off my gold being the Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay Packers.
I like
over.
that on Green Bay, dude.
If I stayed on that, I would have been 0-3 my best bet. So thank you, Cam, for that. But my goal on Buffalo, I was worried at the start, but then just wildcard, man.
The first play, I go up to Lisa. I go, well, the Bills are. I go, Denver scored first. Perfect. Buffalo minus. It went to 3.5. Click. I had to get out because I go, the Bills are not screwing this thing up. But Drew, I like Denver early, and I thought this is a perfect time because you're not going to get Buffalo at that number. And you knew there's a whole game left, like for these guys to figure it out, right? So,
so many people were picking Denver plus 9. It was like I just saw it everywhere, and I was like, nah, I don't like it anymore. Too many people are on it. I saw people taking Denver outright on some of the pregame shows. I was like, what is going on?
Who was the least public dog out of them all? Washington, probably.
Yeah, 100%. And Houston probably too.
Actually, you know what? Great call by you. Houston was the gold of public dogs. No one took them, and Washington would be silver, and the other favorites covered. I think every other and totals. Drew, talk to people about unders in the playoffs.
Oh man, Cam, 5-1 unders in the playoffs so far, and it made our picks go bad. I was 6-6 overall because of that, and you were 5-7 because we had so many overs.
You know what? And I got to be honest with you. We talked about it in our show last night. Me and Morency, and we actually thought about it, and I taped a couple of games where we watched them. They're milking clock, Drew. It's like they want to play like you.
Did you see the Rams? They didn't throw the ball once after like 20 minutes left in the game because they're like, you know what? We're up 3 scores. Let's just run the ball.
What is the goal when you're leading in a game? Not just have star players hurt.
Exactly.
Milk clock, shorten game. Check. So guys, this is one of these things, and it might change this week as the totals adjust, but a lot of teams with leads are going to milk clock. So these overs and these teasers, you think, oh, it's got to go. Like we're playing a dangerous game, Drew. But I got to be honest. I think we might have some overs this week, but I'm going to be very careful. You know what? These totals are very dangerous.
They are. Cam, well, let's get into it. Let's recap the weekend for everybody. The Chargers, Cam, they got smoked. We were both on them on the show. I didn't like it. As soon as the game started, I was like, this isn't good. They're settling for field goals, and then they just couldn't score after that. Justin Herbert, Cam, 4 interceptions. Like this guy, he's supposed to be in the top tier of quarterbacks. These last 2 playoff performances have proved that he's not there, Cam.
I had this argument with another guy today. I filmed a video, and we defended Herbert, and another guy did not defend Herbert. But I'm going to say this. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I still think, like, people have him as a top 5 quarterback. I have him more in the 8 to 12 range. And the problem with Herbert is, you know what? They have Joe Alt, who's, like, obviously from Notre Dame, the best offensive lineman. Their line was good. The problem that I have is it's not all on him because Ladd McConkey's the only fucking guy that gets open a lot of the time, too. Like, I'm watching these. And Disley, that ball that was tipped, that's on him. That was a perfect throw by Herbert.
Yeah, I agree.
And they were coming back in that game. Herbert gets, this is a problem with football and people's analysis of football. It's about the line and receivers getting separation.
I just think your defense forced 4 turnovers themselves. You can't be losing this game by 30.
I blame their coaching staff as much. Harbaugh was great all year. All of a sudden, it's like, I watched O'Connell gag. I watched Harbaugh gag. I watched all these guys that were like these geniuses. The best damn coaches are freaking like Houston's, Houston and Washington. Dan Quinn's like, okay, let's party. You want to go for it? It's so odd to me, Drew, that these guys that have been in the league a long time really got rattled and flustered. Would you not agree?
Yep. And Cam, I mean, it was a 1-score game until the third quarter ended with that pick 6, and after that, it was all she wrote. But
what is the worst thing, Drew? Before we get into starting the NFL weekend off with super teasers, wrong.
Oh, I know.
So the next game, I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do here? And then I'm like, thank God that game middled with Baltimore and Pittsburgh. I was sitting there, Drew. I hit everything in that game because I remember I had like total over under both sides. Like, that teaser hit 4 sides. I'm like, thank you, because I looked at my account after that Chargers game and I started sweating. I started panicking. I'm like, I had the Chargers in way more places than I thought.
Luckily, the only thing that I hit in that Charging game was the Mechie props, the Mechie parlay for plus 110. Yes. I was like, after the game, I was like, hey, I got Mechie. And he fumbled on the first play, Cam. So when he caught it and fumbled, I was like, oh my God, he's going to get benched. I was like, all I need is 2 catches and 20 yards.
True. How do you feel about tight ends? Because I'm certain they're the thing that have gone in the regular season. But look at Higbee for the Rams, Hawkinson, all these guys. Like, tight ends are great props because
it's safe in the playoffs.
And it's also like Higbee was 2.5 catches, 21.5 yards. The guy's back.
Mark Andrews did nothing.
That's true.
All right, the other games, Cam. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens took care of business in Pittsburgh. You put anything into Mike Tomlin being done? I know they're saying that they're not going to fire him, but there's rumors that they might trade him.
Here's another thing. Sorry, people. You're getting me. And Drew's awesome. It's not Drew. So you're going to fire the most fucking successful coach. Is it his fault? Is he the guy doing everything? I get it. People are like, oh, it's stale. Well, how's your fucking quarterback situation? You have Russell Wilson and Fields who can't throw, and Wilson's an old man.
And people are talking about his playoff record. He had Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph, Russell Wilson. Give this guy some credit for even making the playoffs with these guys.
And, Lionel Hutz and a smoking monkey, give the decision to you, because I'll tell you something. This is ridiculous. The guy's playing with fucking third-string quarterbacks. We watch Mason Rudolph this year in Tennessee fuck us out of covers every week. When Levis was gone, he wasn't any better. He had one semi-good game against Miami. But other than that, what do you want the coach to do? There's a lot of problems in Pittsburgh too. Pickens is a hothead. Their running game, and me and you have talked about this for years. Najee Harris is overrated. He's not very good. Dude, that guy, he's a big guy.
He's the worst Alabama running back.
Oh, definitely.
Eddie Lacy might be up there.
Nah, Eddie Lacy had a better career though when he was with the Packers and stuff. Don't you think?
Trent Richardson's probably. I'll take Najee over Trent Richardson for sure.
Okay, but we're talking about Najee. He's a big guy, but he tries to run like Derrick Henry, explosive. But he's not too slow.
Yeah, I agree. Other games, Cam, Buffalo blew out the Denver Broncos.
Great call, buddy.
Played well. Wildcard round Bills 5-1 all time wildcard round and 1-4 after that. So let's see if they can do it this week against Baltimore. We'll get into that game after the fact. Philadelphia smokes the Green Bay Packers despite Jalen Hurts throwing no passes in
that game. That game was wrong in so many levels. We were on Philadelphia.
Jordan Love didn't go full just diabolical, terrible throwing.
What team didn't impress you at all? The name is Philadelphia. Yep. That fucking team. They got, first of all, on that. The drone said it wasn't even a fumble, and they give the ball to these guys. Green Bay would have covered.
I watched the guy, Green Bay Packers player, hold
the ball. I watched the game again. The guy he's dead and he has the ball. You can't give Philadelphia possession. See, this is the thing I hate about this league. And we talk about this on other shows. You have all these new things. The new system to make sure it gets right. But it's right in front of your fucking faces and you can't see that Green Bay had the ball and the guy was dead. But by the way, and I'm all for violence in football. It's a violent game. That guy's head almost got taken off on that kick. He got murdered. And there's nothing. They'll give Philadelphia the ball.
There was 2 different times you could see him clearly recover the football holding it. And the Eagles player ripped it out of him. But you now just changed the entire game because it's 7-0 Philly 1 minute later.
Thank you, Drew.
Okay,
Thank
if you're on the Packers, you're screwed.
Think about it. If that play doesn't happen and Green Bay doesn't have a turnover on that down, they cover the spread actually because Philadelphia didn't even play well. And by the way, I don't care, AJ Brown, if you read fucking books all the time. Don't do it.
Oh,
enough is enough.
Nothing. He's so full of shit. When they're like,
he is.
What'd you do with the book for? Oh, nothing, no reason.
I hate these prima donna
how you got
receivers.
used? No, I don't care. Yeah, let's be honest. You care. You wanted to make it about you because you weren't being used. And like every week, you guys take my quotes out of context. I'm AJ Brown. Yeah,
no,
because you say stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like the pass game's wrong, or this is wrong. Or I'm reading a book on the sidelines because I'm not being used. Or
Drew,
I'll
give myself.
I'm playing victim, even though you caused it for yourself.
Thank you, buddy. You said it perfectly. And here's another thing. And you could bring back the tape when I said this. Oh, the Bills are going to miss Ted Diggs. You know what? The Bills are great because they don't have to listen to a guy who's going me, 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 me. How about Shakir? Yes. Knox? Yes. Kincaid? Yes. Coleman? Yes. You don't have these. I'm telling you, these guys are cancers on your team. I don't care how good you are. And I'm going to tell you another thing quickly about the Minnesota Vikings. I love Justin Jefferson was pouting in the first quarter of that game.
Yep.
They're only down 2 scores. Fight back. Like,
he was mad because they were double teaming him. He's like, I can't get open.
I'm going to tell you, Drew.
And where's Mr. Complaining all year, Jordan Addison? You complain you want more target stuff. Yeah. Why aren't you getting open?
Naylor catches balls. Other guy, Hawkinson's catching balls. Anyway.
All right. Well, the other one, Cam, Baker Mayfield and the Bucks fell to the Washington Commanders. You were on that. You called that. I was on the Bucks. Baker Mayfield, I feel bad for him. The center cost him the game because that's a fumble because the center missed time to snap. And then the next one, he wasn't even supposed to snap the ball, and Baker gets it. And he's like, oh, shit. Okay, yeah, turnover on downs because of that. Or they had to settle for a field goal. It was just – I've never seen a game blamed on the center more than that one.
You're so right, Drew. And that was like watching Seattle all year when they actually had the center retire because he was so bad. I'm going to say this. I feel I couldn't agree with you more.
So I got to give him some credit.
No, I get it. You're right. We're not going to just, and there's a lot of other things that could happen. But let's just say this. If everybody had the heart of Baker Mayfield, man, like this guy is just, to me, he's changed totally. He's this guy. Drew, I have money on Washington. I'm like, I find myself cheering for him because he gets up, He runs like an animal. What a competitor that guy is. Like he doesn't give a fuck about his body, anything. He
played so well. He was 15 for 18. And like, I know Jaden Daniels played well enough to win, but like everyone talking like, it was such an unbelievable performance by Daniels and the Washington Commanders. It's like, no, they won because of some crazy plays that happened to the Bucks, like imploding on themselves. It was nothing to do with like Jaden played well, but it wasn't because like, Jaden just blew him out of the water.
I agree.
Everyone needs to calm down in that.
Who's that kid from North Carolina really stepped up? Brown? That receiver?
Oh, Diami Brown. Yeah.
Brown. Dude. I remember that guy in college. He was a machine. I'm like, now you – and you know what? Here's another thing. My favorite player in the league, and I'm going to tell you who. Scary Terry McLaurin.
You like
all he does, and I'm not an Ohio State guy. Drew, do you know how long this guy's been in the league and how many hits he's taken, how many bad quarterbacks he's worked with before he got better? This guy is the epitome of professional. Have you ever heard him complain? No.
Nope.
I want more balls. Nope. Gets hit over the middle. Do it again. Get smoked. Do it again. Catches balls on the end zone. Do it again. Terry McLaurin.
He always blames himself too. Like, I only got.
I know.
My fault. I should have got open.
Isn't that guy I want a team full of Mayfields and McLaurins, and then the world would be a better place.
Yeah. Well, credit to Washington Commanders. They're going to Detroit this week. It was a big win for them on the road. But I kind of feel bad for Baker and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I did want to see, if you're Detroit, I think you're happy because you did not want to see Stafford, who took you to overtime, or Baker, who
I kind of disagree. I think pick your poison. Washington's a hot team who's playing with house money.
But Baker's beat them already, Cam. That's in their heads.
Yeah.
In Detroit.
Fair enough.
I think you're happy you're not playing those two guys. Like Stafford did well against them last year in the playoffs and this year in the regular season. Last one was Stafford and Darnold. Does Minnesota bring Darnold back after that performance back-to-back weeks?
Okay, let's talk about this too. Is Sam Darnold not very good or overrated? And he had a great regular season.
I mean, he's not the 36 touchdown guy we saw in the regular season. No. But they also lost their best offensive lineman, and O'Neal, their other lineman, got smoked last night. He got sacked. But the sacks were all after 3 seconds, Cam. You saw the stat. None of the sacks were after 3 seconds. So that's on him.
Can we just put a blame on the offensive line and him? They didn't do a good job. And I got to be honest with you. O'Connell, the guy that we give credit to all year, he was like a deer in the headlights. He did things that he never did, Drew.
Sean McVay outcoached the shit.
Sean McVay's so good. Like, he just sits back. And think about O'Connell. He's been great all year, but you put these guys in these pressure situations. You know what? McVay always does. Like, he's brilliant. In any type of situation, he'll come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
I agree with you 100%. And that's why, like, they're saying they're going to franchise Darnold still and then use, like, McCarthy once he
What
comes
were
in.
the Vikings doing going 4-on-4? Like, O'Connell never does that shit.
God.
Like, dude,
I'm telling you, McVay was in his head.
that team was desperate. You know what we talk about, Drew? He's me, and I've been this guy. Gets smoked at the blackjack table, hits the ATM, goes back, gets smoked again, smoke's coming out my ears. What am I going to do? Borrow money, get smoked again. Sweating, freaking out. Now you're in a real hole. Like, every decision, he just kept digging himself deeper, and I'm like, these guys they're fucked. They're done. Like, it's over. After I live bet them a few times.
Yeah. Oh, you live bet the Vikings? Yeah. Cam, I was literally on the plane home from Winnipeg because I was delayed, and I was like trying to stream it with the internet, and it was like, Stafford, fumble, and I was like, oh, fumble return for touchdown, and then I see the little flick, and I was like, I get it's a forward pass by Stafford, but that was kind of bullshit. Like,
the NFL has to change rules,
and he just goes like,
we talked about it.
Like, that's not a pass.
Drew, I talked about it on my other shows. It's bullshit. And the NFL has to come up with some kind of concept where we use common sense. And also, the ball was kind of rolling out of his hand. Like, it was like not a perfect throw. It's a fucking fumble. I don't give a shit what you're. And the thing is, the other game was Minnesota versus Detroit. Goff threw it at his offensive lineman. Oh, a guy was in the area. No, he wasn't. That's a safety. Like, you got, come on, NFL. That's what I hate about the NFL. Like, some of their rules, it's like, what are we going to do here? Well, I don't really know. So, like, they need more concrete.
Well, and ref, get out of Josh Allen's face.
I know.
Oh, my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, how's the ref going up to him saying, I'm sorry, Josh, I missed that call.
I know.
Like, get out of here. You're so embarrassing. I was like, it's like, imagine that was Mahomes. It would be memed all over the internet.
I know.
Anyways, Cam, let's get into this week's picks. Once again, this show is brought to you by DraftKings. All lines are presented by DraftKings. Playoffs, we're talking about playoffs, Cam. You bet we are. Getting on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them all at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns.
Yep.
Ready to place your first bet, Cam? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers get $5 or bet $5, get $200 when you use the code STU. That's code STU for new customers. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Can we get a room there at Boot Hill Casino and Resort?
That'd be good.
Now, why don't we talk to? Well, we got to talk to some people there. By the way, get a DraftKings account. Play Drew's props. Drew's props saved my ass this week. All I'm going to say is you're the prop king, Drew. That John Mechie prop, I'll give you respect.
Well, James Cook cost me a bunch because he didn't get his receiving yards.
But listen,
Ty Johnson instead. But no book wants to offer Ty Johnson.
You're right there. That's the thing. Like, sometimes you get that one guy. It's like, where'd he go? Oh, he's missing. But I'm going to tell you though, I do a lot of shows, Drew. Like, your underground third, fourth receiver props are money in the bank. So keep on doing it.
And you were right though, Cam. I put Mims in just because he.
I told you.
You're like, this is the time to get off. This is the time to get off. You were right. Yeah.
I'm wrong too.
That deep shot on the fifth play of the game though, the TD. I was like, oh my God, is that Mims? And it ended up being Franklin. And I was like, I kind of didn't like the score, but if it was Mims, I would.
You know what it is too, Drew? Like, it's in golf. Like, we have a guy on, Brady Cannon, one of the best in the business. When he gives me the 3 top bet golfers at the casinos in Vegas, I put I used to bet them, and I go, nope, and it's always the other guys. We talk about this all the time. Like McLaughlin on Denver, hot prop pick this week. Yeah, know what he did? Shit, he went in his pants.
Did you have your boy Nick Taylor this week or what?
I sprinkled on Nick Taylor, more top 10 and 20. But I'll tell you what happened, Drew. You're not even going to believe this because you've worked with me. Actually, you will believe this. I have Steven Yeager at 80-1 to win $4,000. Listen,
you always have the guy.
Listen. He's leading, okay? Leading. I go up to Lisa. We're having a couple drinks. I go, if Yeager wins, I'm not fucking around this time. No.
Never mention out loud. Never say it out loud. You fucked yourself by doing that.
I know, but I wanted to be nice. I go, we'll go to the fucking keg. Next drive, guy fucking hits it dead left into a neighbor's pool. And then he said, it's not even over yet. Then he hit like a 40-foot putt to save bogey. So he's only down 1 instead of 2. Then he ties for the lead again. I'm not saying anything. And then this motherfucker goes up. I'm sorry. I really like Steven Yeager. But the whole day, he's gotten distance because he's like working out more and stuff. They go, He plays it safe with a 3-wood and puts it in the bunker. If he hits his driver, it goes over the bunker, and he's like going to put one on the green.
Yep,
he's in the playoff or eagle. I'm like, what? Drew, I'm telling you with golf, whatever guy I pick, guys, at my longest shots
That's
at 81.
Probably his caddy's fault, though.
What?
That's probably his caddy's fault. Only hit 3-wood.
It's hard, though, because you could suggest it, but the player has the ultimate final decision. Anyway, Nick the Dentist Taylor, nobody hits longer putts or chips in more than Nick Taylor.
It's unbelievable. This is 87 feet. Oh, okay, don't worry, I got it.
Canadian Open, yes. Drew, they're like, oh, Nick Taylor. And you know what the crazy thing is? People didn't watch that. I know we got to get back to the football, but one quick thing. He missed like a 3-foot putt earlier. Like he would have been there already. Then he chips in for eagle, gets to the playoff and wins. And the saves that he had in the playoff, Nick Taylor's clutch. I'm going to tell you, most Canadians are gaggers. I'm a gagger. I don't know you in clutch situations, but this guy is money in the bank under pressure.
Oh yeah, Cam. I'm like the 3-putt king that's on the green.
Oh, dude, I like, yeah. My buddy's like, oh, Cam, this putt's for $500. Like, start to shake, and it's like, lips around. I'm like, oh, you like the guy just does. He plays better. Like when things are crazy, he doesn't even think about it. Anyway, good congratulations for Nick Taylor.
You want to see me and Cam golfing? It's on this channel. Just search. I think it's
no. We're going out. We're going out again this year, and I haven't taken a swing since then. I'll do better than I did last year.
Yeah, Cam's first swing. I still remember that. Last time we played was just
down.
Like almost broke his driver.
Oh, there's like 7 worms and like a peak, like a meteor of dirt. Like Drew, that was embarrassing. I almost snapped that 5-wood in half.
Yeah, it was a fun time though. All right, let's get into this week's games, Cam. So, starting off with the Houston Texans going to KC to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs are minus 8.5 on DraftKings, minus 105. The total is 42.5. Houston moneyline plus 320. Cam, the Chiefs do not cover big spreads, but when the playoffs come around, they like to.
Here's the thing.
Do you believe in Mahomes and Andy Reid off a bye, where they're undefeated so far in the playoff career off a bye, Cam? That duo, what do you think?
I already had a dream about this game. Like it came to me in a dream. And you know what happened? Kansas City kicked a field goal at the end of the game to win, barely win. I'm going to tell you this. Hold on. I know. I also dreamt that Tua got drafted by the Detroit Lions. That was a horrible dream. Anyway, I'll tell you more about my dreams later.
Probably bad for him, though.
Do you think? He's going to I had a dream that he actually went to the Detroit Lions. What didn't happen. So my dreams are shit. But I'm going to tell you this. Kansas City hasn't played. That team coming in there, Houston's already got the wheels in motion. Do you take Houston first quarter, first half? A lot of the time, those bets, sometimes they go to die. But I'm going to tell you this, Drew. I understand Kansas City's better. They got weapons, whatever. But Houston's playing with house money. I will take the points with Houston. As for the total, under looks obvious, but it's usually the opposite of what you think. You tell me. Take Houston with me, please. I'm begging you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So last year in the divisional, they won by 3 against Buffalo. Year before that, they won by 7 against Jacksonville. Year before that, they won by 8 against Buffalo. Year before that, they won by 5 against Cleveland. Year before that, they won by 20. And you know who that was against, Cam? Houston Texans.
I don't care.
So they have
what did that record? I know some of those players aren't there.
Score. It was within 1 score every time in the divisional round.
Thank you.
My thing is, Cam, I just don't know if the Houston offense can move. They could have 4 turnovers against the Chargers defense. I'm thinking Houston might be able to, or KC might be able to shut them out in this game, Cam.
Here's the thing.
Am I crazy? That's
you're not crazy at all. And I'm going to tell you one thing though. I find it interesting how the books lay up an 8 and 8.5. It's a perfect teaser number to die. Like Kansas City winning by, for guys who we don't do the 7-point teasers. We do the 6, like winning by 2 instead of 3 or something like that. I'm telling you, this game smells of something not very fresh, but I'm going to say this.
To me, I'm going to tell you my final score. 20-7 for KC.
I think the final score is 23-17. Or no, sorry, 23-21.
You think Houston keeps it with that?
I think Houston's leading 20. It didn't come to me in the dream this way because I didn't have a score, but I had them leading by 1 and Butker nutting like a 55-yard kick for them to win.
All right, Cam. Well, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with KC to cover because I think their defense is good enough to slow down that Houston offense. And I think they don't need – I think to cover this number, they need to score 24. And I think they can do that. I'm going to also take Cam on DraftKings. They have the alternate team totals. Mm-hmm. Houston Texans under 7.5 points. So if they get 1 touchdown, that's fine. Plus 550. I think that's a bet is super live.
What are your nuts made of? Titanium? That's a bold bet. You don't think they're going to get more than 7 points? Less than 7.5 points?
Cam, I think they might score 1 touchdown, but
it's a great number. Plus 550 is fantastic.
That's what
good.
I mean.
Yeah, that's good number.
I think it's good value because it's a possibility of happening.
So what are we doing in the game? Over or under? So you're on the under then.
I'm on the under. Yeah, I think KC's defense can almost pitch a shutout. So if I can take the Houston offense to score 0 points, I will.
I will take the over because the dream said so. And by the way, don't hold me accountable for shitty dreams that never come true. But I'll take Houston.
A lot of dreams don't come true, Cam. That's the point. That's why they're called dreams. Then you wake up. That's the joke.
Yes.
Like, what would you do if the Leafs won the Stanley Cup? I'd wake up.
You wouldn't give a shit, but a lot of guys would.
Oh yeah, I mean it would help my work.
Actually, you know what? The better Leafs do is good for business. So you get on board
100%.
quickly. Thank you.
Next game, Cam. The Washington Commanders going to Detroit to take on the Lions. Currently -9.5 at DraftKings Sportsbook. I think this is going to get to 10 or 10.5 by kickoff. So I'm going to take the Lions 9.5 right now, Cam. Am I crazy? I don't think Washington's in the same tier as Detroit to me. I think they're the worst team remaining in the playoffs, personally. I think Detroit's been like just waiting for this, and I think it's going to be like 47-24. I just don't see how Washington. I don't think the Lions are going to punt in this game, Cam.
I'm going to tell you, first of all, you made a good point off the top. If you like Houston or Washington, wait. The lines are only going to go in favor of the favorites. Yeah. That's my opinion. I can't say for a guarantee, but I'm going to tell you this. That Lions defense still has problems. I don't care if they've had time off.
Yep.
That Washington team is scary as hell. I told you with McLaurin and Daniels. I get it. They have to be in a track meet to be in this game, but asking Detroit to win by margin with that defense, I think is a lot. Your favorites right now, I'm dogs. Give me the commies, commanders, whatever the hell you want to call them. When we got the jerseys from those guys at Fanatics, thank you. That's the only jersey I wear with pride these days is my Washington jersey because nobody else is coming through for me like the Commanders are. Washington,
right.
Please.
How many points did Detroit need to score to cover 9.5? 31?
Yeah, 35.
And you think Washington can keep them under 40?
Washington's going to score like 30. I think Washington can win the game, Drew. So I'm going to be betting them.
What?
Yeah.
All right. You said it, not me. I think this is going to be a blowout. Like, I don't think you need to watch this game. I think it's just not.
So over? We're both on the over?
Yeah, I think Detroit can get to the over on their own. It's too low.
This is going to be the thing about totals is they always go the opposite.
I mean, just like the last week, Cam, they all went under. That's why I'm going under in the KC Houston game.
Okay.
Playoffs teams play tighter. They just run the ball, waste the clock. And I think I'm going to be taking a lot of. You'll see on the Thursday show. You're going to see a lot of Pacheco in my props because I think they've been saving everyone. Think, him and Hunt have been splitting the backfield. Don't do that. I'm like, yeah, they've been saving him for this reason. So I'll be taking that. Okay, Detroit and Washington. Where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on the first?
Oh, we're still playing this? We got to get to the questions. Are we doing that on Thursday?
Yep, we got the questions.
No, we'll do it on Thursday.
No, I got questions for you.
Oh, you do? Yeah. By the way, how does it feel to go to Manitoba to watch your team not even score a goal?
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I've been there. I've been in that situation where I've gone to my road trips.
Cam, not only that, listen to this. My flight was supposed to leave Saturday morning at 8 a.m., get to Winnipeg at 11. It got canceled. They rerouted me through Ottawa. I was going to arrive at 8 p.m. That's too late. So they switched it again to go through Montreal, get there at 4. Then like, oh, surprise, you switched again. Suddenly I arrived in Winnipeg at 6. Middle of the year, the flight gets delayed. I don't land in Winnipeg until 6:30. I get to the game after the first period. I got there into my seat during the second period. Like,
are you kidding me?
I was supposed to leave at 8 a.m. I didn't get there till the second period was starting.
We have no airline sponsors, but I'll tell you one thing. Can you guess what airline it is? I'm going to say WestJet.
No, it was
Air Canada.
Correct.
Well, that's all. There's only if I couldn't get into the two, I'm like an idiot.
Porter flies there, player flies there.
But I got to be honest with you. You deserve a refund and get on it because that's bullshit. You paid a lot of money to go there.
What I did for my 12 hours of delays? Here's a $15 voucher for some food that only works at Toronto Pearson Airport. Thanks.
If you don't put 2 zeros on that thing, we're not talking again.
I was like, okay.
I'm so done with these airline companies. $15. I can't get a sandwich for $15.
I know, it's crazy. It should have been $50.
Anyway, I'm gonna on your behalf. I feel, but my girlfriend, she's unbelievable. I've been at Harvey's in 2 years. We went there. There was something wrong with the burger. She goes like, I'm like, hello, free this $20 voucher, free. Like she's like, we're like. She's like,
I'm embarrassed when I'm with people that do that though. Sometimes
you know what though? I'm not because I'm the one who benefits from the extra food. And you know what? Yeah. She was right. I that place, by the way, man, I haven't had a Harvey's burger in 2 years. It was very good. Very good.
Harvey's fresh burgers. It's good. All right, you fresh tiebreaker. Mr. Tiebreaker man, Cam, Houston or KC?
KC, his favorite team.
Correct. Washington or Detroit?
Detroit.
Incorrect.
Oh, wow, you tricked me.
All right, let's get to the questions quickly, Cam. Halfway point of the show before we get into the other two games in our gold, silver, and bronze. First one from Fam First. I tailed you guys on your teaser slip, and we are on to the final leg with the Rams. Let's bring it home some money. Please do a weekly teaser. Y'all made it so easy and helpful. Glad I found y'all's channel. Let's eat. That's just a comment I wanted to share with you.
Thank you. You know what? More of that, please.
This one's from Josh. Cam, how many wings can you hammer after being 8 shots deep, and what flavor are you picking?
It's funny you mentioned that. I got 3 pounds soaking in my sink right now. I will tell you the story. People have heard it before. I ate 86 wings in 10 minutes in eating competition against a guy that was
chance you did 86 in 10 minutes.
Drew, I was in an eating competition. It's documented. Joe Bowen, voice of the Leafs. Holy mackerel, Cam's winning. But I lost in the 8th minute. Rodney Abel, who's a professional eater, he goes in carnivals and stuff. He took over. I started too quick, and I love wings. And I'll tell you, though, I also did it with cold wings at 8 o'clock in the morning on a morning show. Sorry, you're right. I had 78. He had 86. I apologize. But
cold wings, Cam? Why couldn't they just warm them up for you?
I don't know. It was a morning show. They weren't to my liking the way they should have been, but I was still ready for competition. The spread, because he was a professional, was 16 and a half wings. I covered, but no money line.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
8 wings against a professional?
So what flavor would be your go-to?
They were just like, for wing competition, probably not too hot, a mixed, like medium and hot, like that, because
I wouldn't want any spice.
No, you would, because it makes you eat more.
Oh, really? Okay.
In my opinion.
This one from Rose. My question for Cam is, as a fellow tennis fan, who do you think is the GOAT for men's singles and why?
Great question. Of all time? Or now?
GOAT means greatest of all time. You're going to say like Andy Murray or something.
No, I'm going to say Roger Federer.
Okay, that's fair.
But I would also say...
You think Djokovic is better, people say?
Yeah, it's just something. But know what it is, too? I would say Nadal impresses me because he's like... He just keeps on grinding. But Federer is, when he was in his prime, Federer.
Unbeatable. Yeah, I think McEnroe is probably my favorite one just because he's hilarious.
Bjorn Borg was my favorite out of the old guys with the wooden rackets.
Fair enough. Cam, stacks on racks. If you were on death row and all they offered was a meal from any fast food joint, which one are you choosing and what's the meal?
Bojangles chicken and biscuits down south. Yep, I'll start things off with the breakfast sandwich with the fried buttermilk chicken biscuit. Heavy, all spicy, and then I'll go to oh God, Drew, have you ever had a Bojangles sandwich?
No, Bojangles looks like a stupid logo. I've never even been there. Every time I drive past it in the States, I'm just like, that looks stupid. I'm like,
you know what? You're making a big mistake. Stop this time. Oh,
it's like Hardee's. Hardee's is disgusting.
Well, Hardee's also has a star, and there's another company that has kind of the same logo.
It's like, oh, you want your burger with Texas toast? No, give me a fucking burger bun. That's what
I agree. Like, if you're putting Texas toast on a burger, fuck you. Like, it's called a bun.
Yeah.
And another thing about Bojangles, though, Drew, there's something about the way, like, my buddy lived in Georgia. He played hockey down there or whatever, so he moved to Georgia. So me and my other buddy go to visit him in Dalton, Georgia. It's the carpet capital of Georgia. Like, his dad worked in it. Anyway, long story short. So we skated actually at an Atlanta Thrasher game. Long story. I'll explain that later. But anyway, we went to Bojangles Chicken and Biscuits. I was eating that shit like I was hooked on like drugs. I had one, like I needed like 4 sandwiches a day. Don't do this again. The next time you see Bojangles, give it a chance. Order a couple of things off the menu, and then we'll come back and we'll see how your report does.
All right,
Don't let the name fool you.
Sonic guy, so maybe I'll go to Bojangles.
Sonic's all right. It's not. You like Sonic? You think Sonic is like an upper echelon?
No. But I'm saying like when
Sonic's cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what Sonic's good for? It's the best out of the ghetto cheap places.
Yeah. And they roller skate to your car with your order.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know what the worst is though? There's a place called Checkers. Remember Checkers?
Yes.
And their motto is "You gotta eat." I'm like, but I don't have to eat here. Like, shouldn't it be like it's tasty? It's like you got.
You gotta eat Checkers.
When I hear you gotta eat, it means like, yeah, we gotta go to Checkers. Anyway, their burgers are pretty. They used to have like a burger bag, Drew, 5 burgers for like.
We got to get us doing like some like Good Mythical Morning style where we try all the burgers in the fast food.
Honestly, you talk to SD. You tell him Cam will do anything. You get us a food sponsor, and I'll do anything you want at any time. I don't care. I've already killed myself, so I might as well just keep on going.
Fair. This one from Dave. Would love a midweek chat between you guys. This is a question for you guys. I know no sport is easy to bet. However, what sport do you find is the easiest to bet on besides the Russian basement ping pong?
That's the hardest to bet. Easiest sport to bet.
I'd
Drew.
say baseball, to be honest.
I kind of think, or taking a hockey dog when they're down 2 goals on the puck line.
I'm just saying, like pregame, I think baseball's easiest because pitchers matter so much more than anything else in all sports. Like if you don't have a good pitcher matchup, you're like, okay.
But the thing about baseball too is it's the best for live betting because bullpens mean everything because pitchers don't go deep anymore.
Oh, the no score in the first inning? Yeah. I love that bet. I love
Nerfy? I remember some guy comes on our show, he's like, Nerfy. I'm like, what the fuck? Just say no run in first. Like, I hate these abbreviations for stuff. Call it no run. They're like Niffy and Nerfy and what. I just like, shut up. Is there a run in the first inning or not? When I hear Nerfy, I think of a Nerf ball that we used to play football.
Yeah, 100%. The one that whistles when you throw it.
I love that ball.
This one from Death Star. Question for Cam. What would it take for you to never place another bet on anything, excluding someone leaving you or giving you $1 million?
What a great question. I'd have to be kidnapped.
I was going to say,
no,
it's
honestly,
like that itch in your head. Like, even if you had all the money in the world, you'd still want to do it.
Drew, I wake up and the first thing I think about, like when I get my coffee, is I'm already on the betting sites looking at lines. It's almost like some old person, how they read like the newspaper. That's what I do every single day. On vacation, like I'll still go in the water. I'll still like get wasted. But when I still go and do, it's part of like who I am. It's almost
Cam,
like
the most frustrating part of being in Winnipeg is I couldn't use the sports books I had because it's like, you're not in the right location.
The geo-blocking when I go down the States, I'm in orbit. I'm at the Buffalo Casino. They have kiosks. I'm like at the bank machine. So Cleveland Browns plus 16.5.
Oh, I know. I hate that.
I'm punching it in like a teller.
Back to you. I'm like, stop reading to me. Just place the bet.
And it's so slow. The game's going on live. I'm like, what ticket do I have? Mercy. The thing's going around and around.
Is this a parlay, Mr. Cam Stewart? No, yeah, obviously it's a parlay. I'm giving you 3 things on the slip.
That pissed me off too. And I don't want to rip that place because they're nice to me, but God, I'm buying like $300, $400 worth of sports tickets and I'm begging them for a beer. How about you give me a stack of tickets? Like, give me beer costs you $1. Get it together.
All right, so we both agreed. So wait, you didn't say what you need to be kidnapped.
I said I'd have to be kidnapped in a dungeon, like.
So if someone was like, "Here's $10 million, Cam, never bet again,"
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it, Drew. What do you think?
If you ever bet again, when you lose this $10 million, you'd be like, "Oh, the first day you'd be like $5 on this." You'd be like, "Oh no!"
The horse is. I got a horse tip, and I take the $10 million. You know I'd screw it up, Drew. Know what it is too? People think, "Oh, it's so easy you wouldn't do it," but if you do something your whole life, it's built into you. It's almost 100%. Like, what do you think? Don't you think it'd be hard for you not to make a bet?
If you said like,
you know what, I could probably do it because the money's so big, but for $1 million, I wouldn't do it. It'd have to be
like, hey, I'd pay off your house if you didn't make a bet for the next 10 years. I might take it. It would hurt me.
Yeah, I got a lot of my mortgage.
You know what would happen? I'd need like a surrogate friend that I could bet through. Be like, yo, place $20.
Yeah,
I'd be like, something like that.
No, I agree with you, Drew. I'd do it, but I'd still have to find a way to like at least play like pro line or something.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
That's what a great question that was, because that actually got me thinking. Like, no, and people think $1 million a lot in real life. Over time, it's not.
No.
Think about a house now, Drew. Like, I live in my place. If I cleaned it up, I can if my place is a dump, and I could probably get $800,000 for. Imagine people with real homes are like $2.5 million.
Yeah, welcome to Canada, everybody. All right, yes. Michael, question for both of you guys: what sport have you had the most success with when it comes to betting?
Golf, but I always have the second place guy. Golf, but when there's only 2 guys on the leaderboard, you can edge out and make a lot of money. Golf.
I'm trying to think.
Well, think about it. For Mike Weir, I won the Masters.
My biggest success was daily fantasy before it was banned in Ontario. I used to crush daily fantasy.
You know what, Drew?
Now that I can't play it, it kills me.
You're good at it?
I hate watching people sign it.
You know what? Because you want to know you're good at daily fantasy? Because of props. Like, props are daily fantasy. Hey, by the way, where's Meanie? Is he going to come on eventually?
No comment. There's some red tape.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot. It's almost like me working for Pepsi and Coca-Cola products have come in the building. I get it. Yes.
You nailed it on the head. Last one.
Bojangles.
Cam from Big Mike. What's the best vacation you've ever had?
Wow, what a great question. I've had.
You Disney?
Oh, I know. No, when I was a kid, we went to Jamaica. Somebody almost got murdered in the complex, but that's the sad part of the story. No. So there's prowlers around, a lot of weird dudes. But me and my brother were young, and we went to a resort, these resorts in Jamaica have like interchangeable like necklaces, which are basically money. So some were huts, some were bananas and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about when you go to Ocho Rios and shit. Listen to this story. This is true, and it'll blow your fucking
I've heard
mind.
this story before. The viewers will like it.
Yeah, guys, see, this is why we do question period. Me and my brother are examining stuff. We see something in a fucking tree. I go, it's orange and purple. I go, isn't that Andrew? He's 8 years old. I go, isn't that the stuff like we wear? He's like, my brother's eyes light up like a fucking Christmas tree. Like he's young back then. We find a fucking ball of these things, like a stash in a tree. I don't know why the guy had him there, but he like, are you an idiot? Someone
was hiding them there for somebody.
So we found them. Thank God the guy wasn't around because we would have got murdered because we stole like a drug dealer's like stash. We go back to our room. We had like thousands of bananas. Each banana was worth $110 Canadian and $140 American at the time. We found 4,000 something. We paid for a fight, and that was 1983. So it's basically like finding $15,000.
And what'd you spend it on?
The vacation. My parents were like, giddy up. So we went to like everything we weren't going to do, we did. We went to like the waterfalls, went to this place.
We only need all you need. We're going to do the a la cartes now because we have all the money.
It was smart. My parents were they didn't tell us at the time because they probably figured out this is probably like a drug dealer stash or a bad guy. So we got to spend this shit now. Like we can't be taking it home or walking around with it. Like, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Did you exchange it for cash if you didn't use it at the end?
Yeah. At the end, you can exchange it for cash. But so I don't know what the deal was. Our parents kind of gave us like our little kitty to buy like milkshakes and things like that at the resort, and they did theirs, and then we went out for like a nice big like steak family dinner and all that other shit.
So if it was like 35-year-old Cam with that, you would have went ape shit. You would have been like loaded on the beach.
Knowing my luck, Drew, the guy probably would have saw me stealing it. I'd have a machete to my neck.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, where'd you get all those bananas?" You'd be like, "I don't know."
Well, what bananas? Isn't that amazing though, Drew? Like they used to have resorts where you'd wear like currency as like a necklace or a bracelet.
Yeah, now you know what it is? It's when you go to resorts, you wear a wristband and you just tap it. It's all digital. It's
yeah. Back in the day, there was no electronic chip. It was like literally jewelry.
Yeah. If you find someone's wristband though, you can have a good time.
Yeah, I know it, Drew. Great idea. Like you get drunk and if you see a wristband there and it's loaded up. Perfect.
All right, Cam, let's get back to the football games.
Wow, that was pretty long. That was the longest question period I think we've ever done.
Yeah, it was pretty long. It was probably like 15 minutes. Okay. We've had some longer ones, weirdly. Back to the Lions. Sunday afternoon game. LA Rams going to Philadelphia taking the Eagles. The Eagles obliterated them 6 weeks ago, Cam.
You tell me.
Mainly because, though, Kyron Williams was on his way to scoring two. They were about to go up by 2 scores. Kyron Williams fumbled in the red zone. Eagles went back to their way to take 10-7 lead. If that fumble doesn't happen, that game's completely different.
Tell me you love the Rams.
I love the Rams.
So do
There's no question.
Money line.
Cam, like I said in the last show, when the Rams were 45-1 to win the Super Bowl on DraftKings, I said people bet that now because if they beat Minnesota, that's going to be a cash out.
That's on
and
you.
They beat Minnesota. You know what they are now, Cam? 18-1. My 45-1 bet now is 18-1. If they win this week, I can be like cash out. Thank you later. See you later.
Drew, that was such a good lesson, guys. This is a really important part of the show. That's how you play the futures market. Exactly what Drew did. You take a reasonable dog, you bang them off for a couple weeks, and then. Hey, if you want to let it ride, cool. I don't think the Rams are good enough to win, but you hit that cash out button and get like 20 times what you had. It's like hitting a golf future, Drew. It's amazing. Good for you.
Or at least like I have because I have them win the NFC and I have them win the Super Bowl. If they make the NFC Championship game, I can hedge at least out on the NFC Championship to win. And if they make the Super Bowl, then I'm golden.
Oh God,
crazy.
I agree.
So I have them both 45-1, 35-1, 18-1 to win the conference.
What do we do with the total in this game?
I'm thinking I want to say over, but everything's going under.
No, we got to go over on some. I have over on Kansas City and on whatever. Here's the thing: how many points is Phil? You know what? I hate this. That Rams defense. Did you see what these guys did in the draft, ladies and gentlemen? I'm a Seahawks fan.
What Jalen Hurts? What version are we going to get of him?
I couldn't care less. I'm taking the Rams regardless. I just don't know if I'm taking over under. How about under? The Rams defense.
If the Rams win, Cam. They need to play well defensively. Yeah.
I agree. Under.
Because if Saquon goes for over 200 again, like he did last time, then they're done.
Now these people are thinking, I am drinking a lot of coffee. Hey, sorry, guys. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. I worked the night shift. There's no booze in it, but I wish there was.
All right. So we'll go Rams +6 and the under parlay is +250, Cam. I like that. All right, so we're both on the Rams +6. We're in agreement. Finally, the Buffalo Bills +1.5 now at home. The line opened at -2 for Buffalo. It's now swung all the way to +1.5. The money line is pretty much even. Cam, everyone's going to be on Baltimore because Lamar is the MVP. The Ravens smoked them in Week 5. It was an absolute blowout. Josh Allen's worst game of the season. What they don't realize, they're missing their 3 starting linebackers, Cam. Their starting corner, slot corner.
I think the Bills kill them.
They didn't have Amari Cooper. Shakir got hurt in that game.
Bills by double digits. Drew, whoa. What do you think? You're telling me the Bills are a dog? They'll be I hate to say this. I don't want to jinx this because I could be a lemon in a mush. So you're telling me the Bills are getting 1.5 right now?
Yes.
You do even a 6 point. Like, I want the Bills over a touchdown in almost everything I do.
Cam, my issue is last time they were a dog at home in the divisional round was against Cincinnati, and
that's
they lost
different.
By 20.
It's a different team.
It
was on fire.
It is.
Oh,
my issue is Derrick Henry kills the Bills. So if they can slow him down with their 2 healthy linebackers now that Milano's back, and Milano in the QB spy cam is huge. You saw it against Bo Nix. Bo Nix could not escape the pocket because Milano was just there to follow him. But Lamar's a lot faster than Bo Nix. I think it's going to come down to the Bills' defense. I think the Bills' offense will be way better than they were in Week 5 when they struggled to move the ball at all against Baltimore. Then they had that stupid trick play fumble when they were coming back, and it just ruined the whole game.
The Bills were missing half their fucking
Cam, I'm going
Buffalo.
I'm going Buffalo. Everyone's on Baltimore. I switched off Denver to Buffalo last week. I'm going to go Buffalo this week. Call me crazy. I think the disrespect, them seeing themselves as underdogs, the rhetoric with Lamar being better than Allen and everything like that, I think the pressure's on Lamar to go on the road in that hostile environment. And we saw what happened last time he was there 3 or 4 years ago when he threw the pick six. Yeah, give me the Bills, Cam. I might be crazy, but if they can slow down Henry, I think they win this football game.
Crazy.
I think that's the key.
I think the Bills are I think they're being disrespected with this line. I'd take Buffalo up to 3, minus, I think they're a better team. That's my opinion. And I'm not even a Bill, you guys are real Bills fans. I like the Bills. I cheer for them because of you guys and stuff. And here's the deal. What I saw last week, the old Bills, if Denver scores that quick, here we go again. Here we go. You know, and then they went in, no panic. Allen's got it under control. Things are different. They're a different vibe now.
Cam, the thing that surprised me the most and impressed me, I'm the biggest McDermott hater. It was 4th and 1 at the 26, and a field goal puts them up 2 scores, gives them a 9-point lead. 10 out of 10 times before McDermott takes that field goal, he went for it. They scored a touchdown. The fact that he went for that shows me that McDermott's growing, and he's like, you know what? I'm done with this whole go up 2 scores. Let's just make sure we're winning bullshit. Let's put a kill shot in them. And once they scored that touchdown, they were up by 8 or over, was it 13 or whatever?
That's how you beat the Chiefs. You have to play that game.
Saying that mind of McDermott to switch it like that, I've never seen that in him before, to go for it on that 4th and 1 when you go up 2 scores on a field goal.
Good point. But he also understands Allen is a 4th down monster. You're not going to stop this guy. He'll do anything to make the play with his feet, his arms, whatever. He is a man possessed. And that's the thing about Buffalo. Never play conservative, Buffalo. If you're up on Baltimore by 13, another touchdown. Yeah. No, just keep on, make it 3 possessions. 3, just keep on putting the hammer down. It's like you can't give them any life.
And Von Miller played 20% of snaps all season, up to over 50% against the Broncos in round 1. Maybe they've been saving him too.
I think Buffalo. When I saw this game and a lot of people are taking Baltimore, I'm like, I'll go down. I'm with Buffalo. I'm all in.
Yeah, I'll go down with the ship. Cam. I have to. All right, get into our gold, silver, and bronze picks of the week, Cam. We'll pick sides and totals for this. You'll get all of my props and Cam's props on the Thursday show. Stay tuned for that, and we'll do should we do our teaser today? Let's just do our teaser today.
Okay.
TV 4 games. Yep. So let's start with our teaser first then. Who we teasing up? You can pick KC or Houston. I think KC.
I don't care. If Buffalo's a dog, Buffalo's the first leg of the teaser. Oh, are we going in order?
We can go whatever. It's fine.
Okay. No, Drew, I'll let you.
Plus 6 point or 7 point.
Okay, so what's Houston on? What's the spread?
So let's do 7 point. Let's do 7 point, Cam. So Bills up to plus 8.5.
Yes.
Bills plus 8.5.
Rams to 13.
Yep. Rams to 13.
You could do Detroit down, or I'll let you do these ones. I like both dogs, but you like both favorites, so this is up to you. And I think one of the teasers.
I like Detroit 1.5.
Okay, I think one of the teasers gets busted, and it's the Kansas City leg.
That's why I like Houston down to, or KC down to 2.5.
Fine.
Or 1.5 more.
That's better. Fine. I'll let you do that. And
Cam, if KC doesn't win by more than 1.5, Houston, you might as well bet the Houston money line.
If KC wins by 1 or 2 and my dream comes true.
Well, if they win by 2, then we win.
Oh, okay.
The only way we don't win the Caesar is if KC loses or they only win by 1.
In the dream, Houston was up 1 and KC kicks a field goal to win by 2. And that covers on the teaser. But as I said,
and Detroit's
I dreamt Tua was going to the Detroit Lions.
Fair.
What a horrible dream. Why would I even dream that? Like, most people dream about like having sex on the beach with like somebody they've loved for a long time, or, found money. And I'm dreaming the Lions draft Tua. What kind of stooge does that? Me.
So that teaser, Cam, is plus 164. Do you want to add some totals to it? Make it a full?
No. We'll do on Thursday's show. We do the super teaser, sides and totals. This is sides for now.
So this is just Detroit minus 2.5, KC minus 1.5, Rams plus 13.5, and Bills plus 8.5 is our teaser. I'll put it on the screen for everybody. And now we'll get into our gold, silver, and bronze, Cam. I'll start with my bronze. It is going to be the LA Rams plus 6. I like them to win this game potentially. If Saquon runs wild over them, I apologize, but I like the Rams side of this. I think they got something weird brewing in LA right now.
I agree. I'm going to make the Rams my bronze pick too. We're going to be on the same side of this game.
All right. Doesn't it, I know it's bad to compare tragedies, but this gives me the Saints Katrina vibes, this Rams.
Well, that's what they did. Remember the Saints when they came back? I remember it was against the Falcons, and they absolutely kicked the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
The Team of Destiny vibes, I'm getting that from them.
The Rams defense is legit.
Jared Verse, Rookie of the Year. He's going to be, and he deserves it. My silver will be the Detroit Lions minus 9.5. I think this is going to be like a boat race, 47-20. I think the Lions are just in an upper class that Washington has yet to get there. Congratulations, Jaden. You won one playoff game. I think this is the end of the road for the Washington Commanders. So give me Detroit minus 9.5. I'm
going to take the Bills as my silver pick. Give me Buffalo plus 1.5 against Baltimore, please.
Silver. We didn't do our total picks for Buffalo and Ravens.
Sorry. Are we going over?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Okay, I'll go over too.
My gold will be, Cam.
I dare you to take KC. That's going to be a big mistake.
I'm going Buffalo. Am I crazy? I'm doing it. Plus 1.5 Buffalo Bills.
You've asked me if you're crazy 6 times today, and the answer is no. You're not crazy. It's the right.
Plus 1.5 is my gold. You know what? I'm riding the gold train with the Bills again.
You know what I'm doing?
Bring it.
Give me the commies as my gold. Ooh. Go! I was going to do Houston, but Kansas City might blow them out. But anyway, give me Washington.
I thought you were going to do the under in Houston, KC, to be honest, as your gold.
No, Thursday we'll do an extended gold, silver, bronze. We'll add aluminum, copper, and steel to the minerals.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that. Whatever. And we'll do our full teaser, 8-leg teaser, or anytime TD parlays, everything like that. But Cam, it's a good show.
Thanks,
good
pal.
divisional round preview. Good wildcard round recap. Good questions for everybody. Keep those coming in the comments below. Yeah. Let us know your favorite plays of the week, what your teaser is, what your favorite bets are. And let us know again. A lot of comments saying they want us to continue the show after football is done, at least even one a week.
We'll try to do one a week.
Anything. Yeah. We're looking to do one a week. And if you keep telling us you want it, then it'll happen. So thank you for that. Please click like. Please click subscribe. Please rate and review on all audio platforms. For Cam Stewart and myself, thanks for joining us again, and we will see you on Thursday. Thanks, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.